So today I took a pretty unusual trade, pretty different one than my usual setup, since I targeted a specific quadrant level, which is a standard deviation level, which is something I don't usually do. So let's talk about it. On the daily time frame, what I was watching for today was this daily gap, which I'm usually grading, right? So this was the first thing which I was watching. I could see that we are rejecting from the upper quadrant of that daily inefficiency, right? Coming to the 4-hour time frame, what I was watching was this wick, something which I'm grading as well. I'm always grading these wicks, and I was just super bearish off the structure. Right? You can see we're kind of moving lower. We're disrespecting everything bullish, and we're respecting everything bearish. So at that time, especially you can see right here when we are rejecting this gap, I was super bearish for a day. I wanted to see us trade lower to this wick and maybe tap C and then see something out of it, or just target this. So I was super bearish coming to the day. And yeah, 4-hour time frame, super bearish as well. I mean, let's just go straight to 15 minute, maybe to 1 minute, honestly. Just go pre-market open right here. So how does the market look like here? We're already dumping, right? We swept this low. Is there any significant low? No, there's nothing. We had these London highs above, and I believe there was a 4-hour and hourly untapped value gap below us. But I mean, let's just see what the price is gonna do. First off, we got immediately bought up, right? We are aggressively displacing higher without any retraces whatsoever. So that time I was watching this hourly for value gap. Seemed like we're gonna inverse this one really quickly, right? So we're displacing above it, and this was my, even if I go on the 15 minute time frame, you can see these are some prominent wicks, which are overlapping with the hourly for value gap, which fit into the narrative pretty well. So this was my buy side liquidity for today. This was one of my objectives for the day, and over here I just wanted to take some kind of longs towards that high, but we didn't get really anything. So yeah, we're just chopping around, took it, and from then on just waited, right? The objective was already taken, so I was willing to call it a day already, unless we want to just keep displacing up and take these London highs. But so we haven't been doing much ever since then, but then we got this aggressive displacement lower, and at that time 10 a.m. already open. So as you can see, if I go on the 4-hour chart, what did we do? We created this wick, we closed doji, right? So let me delete this one, and let me delete this one as well. You can see, by the way, we tapped the upper quadrant of it, rejected, right? So let me just use this one for further reference, and go back in time right here, right? So we displaced lower, and we didn't displace towards this CE level, but we were bearish at that time. We obviously inverse all the gaps above us, kind of stopping us from going lower. So we inverse every single one of those, and then right, I knew that 10 a.m. just opened, and we were manipulating lower probably to flip higher then. So first thing which I wanted to see is either tap this quadrant level or do some or hit some objective, right? So this is one of the PDRs which I used, this quadrant level, because there was nothing prominent below us. I believe there was no 15-minute gap. We are already trading in one. There was this 5-minute gap, which was also overlapping with these with the CE level. So this was a prominent draw on liquidity for me. I did not really think we're gonna blast through this low. So this is my draw on liquidity, right? So at this point, right, I'm seeing that we're selling off more aggressively than getting bought up. So this was a pretty simple scalp, nothing too crazy. I just did something like this. Actually, I was on 30 seconds, so my entry was a little bit better, something like this, and I was targeting the CE of this wick. I went in like 1 minute, so this was the position, something like this, and yeah, I mean, pretty simple position. Got filled immediately, and ever since then, like, if I'm gonna go away from the replay mode, we haven't done much since, right? We were chopping around, so thank God I took profit here. Thank God I wasn't that greedy, because if I were to be greedy, I would have gotten stopped at break even, and if I didn't, bro, I would be just watching this eternal chop. So yeah, and ever since then nothing happened. You can see we're like edging this this low, and nothing or this level or whatever, nothing much is going on. So today was a pretty straightforward day. And honestly, for tomorrow, I think we're just still super bearish. We're rejecting from this daily inefficiency. So as I said earlier, I want to see us just straight lower, maybe to these wicks, right? Let's see. Let's check the weekly. Maybe let's just grade this weekly. Maybe want to see this weekly CE get tapped as well. I mean, let's just see what we're gonna do, right? I don't want to predict anything because as a continuation trader, I want to position myself that way. So the market is telling me where it wants to go rather than me just, trying to be, avenger and predicting every single move in the markets. Because, yeah, that's not how this works, right? So, yeah, that's everything from me. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. So, peace out.